Tonight, from Ford Field in Detroit, it's the NFC Championship game. It's the Detroit Lions taking on the Minnesota Vikings.
This Lion fan base have been craving home playoff football since this building opened in 2002, and they've got it today at Ford Field in Detroit. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. Chance to come back to this very stadium in 2 weeks' time. We are off and running in the NFC Championship. Now it's Adam Humphries on the return. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Adam Humphries on the...
So here's the Viking offense making their way out. Under center, it'll be the Southern California native standing at 6'4", Sam Darnold.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and
throwing again on second down. Darnold. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Darnold's pass complete to down.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
First down.
These guys hooking up right away here, Charles. 2 plays, both passes in his direction, and both catches.
And in our time together, have we not seen the tight end position continue to develop in the passing game? You know, at some point, we may not call them tight ends anymore. We may have to come up with an entirely different way of designating that position and what they do on the field. Because when I hear tight end, I think of the old school, hand in the dirt, walking on the line of scrimmage. These guys are much more receiver than the other guys who are going to move in the pass in the running game.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Back deep, Antonio Brown. He gets it away, and I think they'll smartly play keep away here from Brown. So here are the Lions now backed up for their first drive. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on. We know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator said right off the top, he's got great footwork. I love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
And all the way to the opposite 45.
Good for a Lion.
Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Jackson going to tuck it down on the option.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. So now they operate back from their side of the field here. 2nd and long. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. That'll get a little bit back, give him 5 on the run, and they'll be left with a 3rd and 13.
Brings up 3rd and 13.
From the gun, Jackson. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
4th down, here's Jackson. And he's taken down inside the 30. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down. Clock running under a minute to go in a scoreless first quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
And this one incomplete. The intended target, Saquon Barkley, and it's 3rd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Every possession in the postseason magnified, and look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
Adam Humphrey is on the return. The Vikings take over 1st and 10. At their own 20.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll need to come from behind if they want to play in 2 weeks as they trail early in this NFC Championship game. They'll start the drive with Elliott. Tough running, but not a lot to show for it. They stop him shy of the 25.
Ezekiel Elliott.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
3. Vikings nothing.
The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? The shotgun snap for Darnold. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
With it is Brown. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10.
46-yard line.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Quickly into the hands of Becker. And he goes down, but not before getting us inside the 25. The catch and run good for 24 yards. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And got it inside the 10 at the 8. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium, because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal?
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
3rd and goal here. A big play brewing in this NFC title game.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone.
There he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Lions add on to their lead.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And it ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard.
The Vikings ready to go again on offense.
Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Now a dump off here complete. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And this will be a Vikings 1st down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I say maybe later in the game, definitely in the 2nd half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Levante David in on the tackle.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and...
From the 44. Darnold. Complete. It's Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. 2 minutes remain in the 1st half of this NFC Championship. And a reminder, folks, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports Halftime Report coming up shortly. The coach with us, as always, as he will start to look ahead to Super Bowl 53. Darnold completes it, and he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
2nd and 5.
Darnold from the gun. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down.
That's going to be caught by Coulter.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Throwing again is Darnold. It's caught.
And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Darnold to throw again. This will be caught at about the 5.
Darnold's pass.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Again, Darnold. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Adam Humphries there to make the grab. And the Vikings have made this now a 1-score game. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played.
Randy Bullock set to kick off.
Now to return it, here's Kenyon Drake. And able to get this out to the 25.
The Lions take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard.
Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get out after the half.
Quick slant to Brown. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Jackson from the shotgun. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Jackson's pass.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Back to ground, this time complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, one half remains in the battle to see who will take home that George Halas Trophy and represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's look back to the AFC Championship game held earlier today. And it's the New England Patriots who are once again heading to the Super Bowl as they await the winner of this NFC Championship game. So with that, let's get you right back out for the second half, as one of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. To find out who, let's turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. The Halas Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
On the return. The Lions take over 1st and 10.
The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Jackson going to run. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Steps away to his left. As he throws there, incomplete.
Jackson on the
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. He gives it to Brown. Good play. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 44-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
A handoff to Barkley on the option.
Now he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
We're in the 3rd quarter of the NFC title game. This is 2nd and 10.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Down at the 43.
First down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football. We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
They'll give it to Barkley off the option play.
And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work. Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? Love has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And here's Jackson on the option.
And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. 9 yards on the first down. Keeper, and it's 2nd and 1.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock. You're in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you've taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Adam Humphries on the return.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield.
Darnold's pass complete to Ezekiel Elliott.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the safety, Kenny McCall. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Well, down
2 scores in the fourth quarter. It maybe wasn't quite desperation time, but it was getting close. And that interception there on the deep ball, that probably slams the door on their chances.
And maybe that was the thought process, that it wasn't quite desperation time. So now you take the shot before they're going to lay back any farther on defense. Go ahead and throw it downfield. Unfortunately, it didn't work.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They'll go to Barkley again, and no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he's going to come up a few yards short, brought down at the 45. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion. What you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
The 37-yard line.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Jackson, he's going to keep it himself. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So not his arm, but hurting him with his legs. A gain of 19 on the keeper and a first down.
All right, I don't want to get too poetic here where they talk about, the eyes being the windows of the soul. You know what else the eyes do? They see the open spaces on a field, and those eyes carry your legs to those spots, and that's what happened on that play. He saw an opening and went and got it.
Well, he really hasn't ran the ball all game. Fourth quarter here, need a big play, able to pick it up. So whatever the eyes saw and created, it worked. Jackson going to hold on to it again. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Well, sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
This one caught at the 6. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. From 21 yards away. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
I think it's easy to say mission accomplished on that drive. The goal was to increase the lead. They did exactly that.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's Humphries. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry.
Complete to Adam Humphries. It's a gain of 7. Brings up
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. That one a first down pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Minnesota.
Here's Darnold. This short throw
caught by Goddard. 3 yards the gain there, second down. To the air again, Darnold. Pass caught left side by Humphries. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Now Darnold. And that will be incomplete.
Intended for Isaiah Coulter. Incomplete.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. He'll go underneath here to Elliott. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Now it's Darnold. Throw left side complete. That's Elliott. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. To throw again on second down. Darnold toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
Darnold from the red zone now. He gets this to Coulter complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Four yards remain on second down. Ball on the 10. Vikings are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Well, partner, recent conference championship games that have been needed to decide who goes to the Super Bowl. What do you got?
Well, if we go back to 2015, how about Green Bay at Seattle? Now, it looks like Green Bay's got this thing. Russell Wilson to Jermaine Kearse, that gets it done. And then go back to 2010. We think Brett Favre with the Vikings has the destiny. But they're in New Orleans. It's the Saints. And they get it done. And in overtime, go on to the Super Bowl. And they won that one. They beat the Colts, correct?
Yep. A couple of the more memorable ones for sure. And that does it for the conference championship. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And for our entire crew, we'll see you 2 weeks at the Super Bowl. This is the NFL on EA Sports.